kind of clearly shown what he is in terms of he's kind of a nice player, but he's not like Steinbrenner would have eaten if George was still alive. George would have eaten him for lunch because he would have said something like he said about Jim Beattie, like he spit the bit. He would have said something about him not being tough, and in this age of Trumpisms, he could have been open to say stuff like that, So
you really think the Yankees can get rid of Walker, huh?
There's no reason, they got to do right by him, and he can play. He can still play.
I don't think so right now.
He can still play. Just send him somewhere else.
He's been very clutch lately.
He has, but it's just a matter of.
I think they'll send Austin down before they release Walker.
Well, they will, but I'm just saying once July, you can't go to July. And I'm using July 4th as a date with Adrian Gonzalez. You can't have Neil Walker on this Yankee team come July 4th. It just doesn't.
What was the name of the Yankee third baseman this year played? What was his name?
Oh, Headley, yeah.
Now there's a guy.
He just got cut,
he got cut.
I would love the Mets to do a Adrian Gonzalez for Chase Headley deal.
Oh, my God.
Because I think Gonzalez back in San Diego and Headley back in New York would be okay. I think Headley is having a bad year because he's not in a place that cares anymore. He's in San Diego. They just don't care. So and Hosmer's there, and he just doesn't care. So you bring him back to even play with the Mets. At least he'll be happy because he did fine in New York with the Yankees.
I don't know why the Mets signed Gonzalez for. I don't know what he signed him for.
They got him for nothing. They got him for absolutely nothing.
They don't trust Smith at all. That's why
they got him for absolutely nothing. So he's a professional hitter and he's a good citizen. If we saw the other day, now the Mets have Dave Island as the pitching coach, Mickey Callaway as the manager, two guys who are pitching coaches and know from pitching, and Zach Wheeler gets a blister, and who does he go to for advice on blisters and split-fingered fastballs? Not Island, not Callaway. He goes to Adrian Gonzalez. So that tells you a million things. It just reveals a lot about that team. It reveals that on the plus side, it means that Adrian Gonzalez is a heady, sought-after veteran, which is good. That's a future manager, future GM, future team president, whatever. That's a great thing, or broadcaster. On the flip side, why are you ignoring the two guys who are supposed to know about pitching in Island and Callaway? And what does that tell you?
I think he'll be gone by the end of the season.
Who Gonzalez?
No, the Mets manager.
Oh, Callaway?
Yeah, he'll be gone.
He's a guy who might be too smart for the room. He's doing stuff that might have worked with a Francona or a Madden because they had good teams. The Mets are not a good team.
No,
so when you're
when
you're batting the pitcher eighth, when you're batting out of order, when you are doing these double switches and all, and you're taking up your ace out after 45 pitches. Now I watched the DeGrom game. I see he let up no runs. He walked, no runs. However, and I understand, I'm a guy who agrees with the, pitch counts only matter when you see how many of the pitchers are under duress, meaning stressful pitches put more stress on your arm than just a normal flow. No one runners on scoring position and guys and all that kind of stuff. So I would have sent him out for a second inning. Now, with that said, he was, if you want to say 45 pitches, most of which were under duress, it really equals to like 70 pitches. I can buy that as well. And he was coming off a DL stint and all of that stuff. It was just very, very odd. Very, very odd.
It's odd. It's terrible.
Yeah, and
the attendance is terrible this year. Nobody's going to the game.
No, it'll, and the fact that it's a weird schedule too. And number one, the Yankees are rained out every single day.
Yeah.
So the Mets had no game on Monday. Then they have a Blue Jays down for 2 games, a 2-game series, and then they're going to go up to Toronto on July 4th, July 3rd, for 2 games up there, and there's no game today. So the Mets are off Monday and they're off Thursday.
Yeah, we've been off since Monday.
But those are rainouts though.
Yeah.
The Mets don't have rainouts. They have 2 scheduled days off in the same week. Which is just nuts,
The last time I was at the Mets Blue Jay series, which was 3 years ago, they did the same exact thing.
Really?
Right.
Yes.
And the Mets, until yesterday, were undefeated at home against the Blue Jays. So
I was kind of surprised by that.
Yeah.
Well, they only come once every 3 years, if even.
Right, but it was like they were like 11-0 at home.
I don't think Tampa has come in more than 8 years.
I was at this might have been like 2000, maybe no, it was like somewhere like 98, 99, maybe it was 79. Was I married yet? It was when I had season Mets tickets. But I guess it was like 96, 97. I'm at the game, and there's a foul. And it was a September. It was Labor Day weekend, and the Mets are playing the Blue Jays, and there's a foul ball because a good pitcher for the Blue Jays was pitching. Was it Halladay or Steve?
99?
Yeah,
no, it wouldn't be Halladay.
It wasn't Halladay. It was their pitcher who won the Cy Young. The 1 year aberration. Well, Steve, I think, was earlier than that, but there was one guy from the Blue Jays who won. Somebody Google whoever in the 90s, the Blue Jays pitcher who just had a great year 1 year, and out of the blue won a
Brett Saberhagen?
No, he had every good odd year, but someone for the Blue Jays had an aberrational year and won the Cy Young in the 90s, just like a one-off like you wouldn't believe. Well, that guy was pitching for the Blue Jays, and it was good to see. And there's a foul ball hit, and nobody went for it. It's like 3 feet from me.
Chris Carpenter?
No. Well, Chris Carpenter did well, but not as a Blue Jay, though. He was a Cardinal.
Cardinal, yeah.
Oh, Halladay was on that team,
Yeah, it was Halladay.
I didn't know he was on the team like that far back.
Yeah, Halladay was a long time. And nobody went for the ball. The ball actually wound up rolling after like 15 feet to my foot.
He won Cy Young twice.
So what were the years?
03 and 2010.
Okay, yeah. And Halladay, there's a guy who
Jim Clancy.
No, Jim Clancy was the 70s.
that was from
what about
Nick.
That's funny.
Yeah, Nick just said Jim Clancy.
It was Jimmy Key. Was it Jimmy Key? Jimmy Key is hilarious for several reasons.
Yeah.
Let me tell you my favorite Jimmy Key story. So Jimmy Key had his wife as his agent, which is hilarious because, number one, your wife should never know how much money you actually make. But hashtag me too. But his wife was his agent. Okay, so she negotiated with the Yankees when he was a Yankee. 1 year as a Yankee, the Key gets selected to the All-Star game, but he doesn't go. Why doesn't he go? He's getting remarried. So not only did he divorce his first wife, he divorced his agent, who was his first wife.
Oh my God,
that's beyond bizarre. And then to compound it, he gets remarried like 6 months later. At the All-Star break. It's just like, what? That's just nuts. His wife was his agent, and he divorced her. So that's 50% plus, you know.
As a New Yorker, the most famous thing in Blue Jays history is not them winning the World Series. Is when Derek Hughes just slid into Ken Huckabee.
At third base?
Yeah. Is that the most famous thing in Blue Jays history? As a New Yorker?
No. There's a bigger Yankee thing. It's where Dave Winfield killed the seagull.
Oh yeah,
and had to go to the jailhouse that night.
Well, in my lifetime.
You know,
what do they have? Conservation laws?
They do. It's even funnier. So it involves sports as well. It involves the Blue Jays. Because I was in Toronto Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of last week. The closer for the Blue Jays gets arrested for
domestic
violence against his wife, his girlfriend, Ozuna. So he's in prison. How about that? What happens is somebody in the precinct up in Toronto goes and takes a picture of him sitting in the jail cell. Well, Canada has huge privacy laws. We call them privacy laws, with almost like a stronger penalty for violating the privacy laws than domestic violence. So the guy who took the picture of him and gave it to the media is going to get in as much trouble as he is for beating up his wife.
Wow.
It's like welcome to Canada.
That's like who's the guy who killed Leroy Oswald? Jack Ruby.
Jack Ruby.
Yeah, that's like the same thing almost.
Chris, did you stay in when you were in Canada? Did you stay in the hotel where the Blue Jays played?
That's where I stayed last year for opening day, but I left the night before opening day. But I've got a funny story about you know how when sometimes there's adjoining rooms at hotels and they're always locked? I got a funny story about them not being locked.
Somebody opened it?
A couple opened it, yes.
Oh, I can see.
And they went to your room?
Yes.
And you said to them...
I pretended I was asleep.
Were they looking around?
No.
They were having birthday fun?
They were.
Oh, my God.
What 3 o'clock in the morning.
3 o'clock in the morning? That's my hour.
Exactly. That's Stokowski time. So.
What those rooms go for a night over there? Like 200 a night?
Well, right now, the Canadian dollar to the U.S. dollar is 78 cents.
Okay.
So $1 US equals 78 It's worth like 78. $1 Canadian is equal to 78 U.S. cents, American cents. The dollar's doing very strong.
And dollar is gaining now.
Well, no. Now
the U.S. dollar.
The U.S. dollar is gaining against Canada, but the rest of the world it's not because of fears of tariffs and things like that. But yes, the U.S. dollar is still very strong. But you'll notice the oil's up to $80 a barrel. Well, it's 72 closed that, but it's up to $80 a barrel now because of the Iran thing. Saudi Arabia is going higher.
Israel, so I can imagine.
Correct. So
yeah, gas is 305. Take the highest I've seen it.
Yeah, gas is only going to go up and up and up. It's the most since 2014. So because it.
Are you going to be in? You going to be in Saturday or no?
Yeah, I'll be here live Saturday morning, 9 o'clock.
That's the last one. Then you go to Sunday.
That's right. That's right.
All right, guys. Take care of yourself.
Bye, Richie.
Richie from Shirley.
All right. We love hearing from Richie from Shirley. Glad that he enjoyed the tickets to Monday Night Raw.
I might be going out there. They offered me a job to Shirley, but guess what?
Oh, really?
I told them to lose my number.
Oh, really?
I'm not going out to Shirley.
That's too far for you. All right. So let me tell the world. Well, first off, Mark Tchaikovsky has joined us.
Woo!
Cameron Monagura, Mark Tchaikovsky right there. Let me tell the world that if you want to win, this is pretty good. We got some great prizes at the station. Win 2 POP, POP stands for what? You know that? You know that? Pay one price. 2 pay one price POP rides. Bracelets for the Levittown Carnival presented by Dreamland Amusements coming May 24th through the 28th to Hempstead Turnpike in Levittown. It's right behind the Tri-County Flea Market. So more information about the Levittown Carnival can be found online at dreamlandamusements.com. We got a lot of listeners who live in the Levittown, Wantagh, Bethpage area. This is a really good night to go out there. You get 2 of these. If you got 2 kids, boom, taken care of right there for free. It's a night right there. East Meadow as well.
Belmore, Merrick.
So call 516-572-7440. I'll pick up off the air. You do not have to talk on the air, so we won't be picking up for you to talk.
No.
So you can call that number 516-572-7440 if you want to talk about sports, or you can win 2 pay one price POP ride bracelets for the Levittown Carnival presented by Dreamland Amusements, May 24th through the 28th. It's on Hempstead Turnpike in Levittown, right behind the Tri-County Flea Market. The Wantagh Parkway is right there. More information about the Levittown Carnival can be found online at dreamlandamusements.com. You'll want to call 516-572-7440, 516-572-7440 to win those tickets.
Have you seen this carnival here? It's been packed every night.
With the one Nassau Coliseum?
Yeah.
Well, we gave tickets to that. That's
right.
2 things. It's the Empire State Fair, which we've given a lot of tickets for, and also the Cirque du Soleil Volta is out there as well on the other side of the parking lot, and that's exciting too. We had tickets for that, and those are real expensive tickets.
And next hour we're giving out Warped Tour tickets too.
We used to have Bill McIntyre's daughter, I think, played in the Warped Tour. That band, Bill's in that band too. Bad Mary, it's called. I believe that Bad Mary was on the Warped Tour one time. 516-572-7440.
Doesn't it say something if you're having more things outside the arena than inside the arena?
Well, it is kind of good though, because it means that they're trying to maximize all of their money that they can.
Well, it's actually good. From the old Coliseum, like the last 5 to 7 years, I don't think they really did anything outdoor.
I was just on the train the other day, and right in front of me, there was an ad for the concerts that are coming there this summer and fall. And Elton John's going to be like October 8th, I think, on the farewell tour. But there were 5. They had 5 concerts listed, and they were all huge bands. And I was like, wow, okay, they're all at the Coliseum.
You know what sounds more appetizing? See Elton John live and in person in Ronkonkoma.
You can actually see him at the royal wedding this Saturday if you want, because I'm sure he'll be
get up early.
He'll be performing at that. 516-572-7440. But like I said while you were outside, I said the NHL playoffs, the NBA playoffs, and the royal wedding can all play in my living room, and I wouldn't care, because that's how I feel about all those things. But we did discuss the NBA playoffs.
Oh.
Should we tell Nick that he should call in to talk some sports gambling?
Yeah, what about the other clip we got, though? You know, the whole Yanni...
Yanni and Laurel?
Yeah.
Nick Ornberger told us he played on the Warped Tour. How about that?
No, we have another...
So... Apparently, he's obviously listening because he's able to. So Nick, if you want to call in. And we were supposed to tell Richie that Nick misses him. So
yeah,
sorry about that.
He does.
I wasn't looking at my texts during that. So 516-572-7440. And I just got a text from someone I work with.
No. Listen, we got it. I found this amazing clip. So. I want you to tell me if it says Yanni or Laurel, right? I want to try and get this played up here. Hold on, sorry. Here, listen to this.
Tom Brady lost the Super Bowl to a backup QB.
What did everyone hear? Did they get Yanni or Laurel? Anybody?
Very good. Very good. Just reading it. You guys talk. I just got a work email that's bothering me. 516-572-7440. 516-572-7440.
Oh, guys, did anyone speak? I heard you talk about Adam Sandler and Chris Rock was on Kevin Can Wait.
Yes.
Was that to promote their new movie? Is that what, like, coincidental?
That's what it was. The week of, I guess it's called.
They should have played it not that week or any other week because it was god awful.
Oh, did you see it?
Yes.
Did you watch it on Netflix?
I watched the first 15 minutes.
It's filmed on Long Island.